Hello, dear students. Today we're going to discuss techniques that we can use in the sitting description. Before starting, as we all know, we have to point out what's the importance of the sitting description. The sitting description is very vital and important to a narrative, as we all know, as it creates the atmosphere of the story. That is why it is basically the most important way of setting the mood of the reader. An effective sitting description has to follow certain criteria, and that's what we're going to discuss today. Now, have a look at this picture. Now, the picture inside is very cheerful and delightful, and it has a pleasant atmosphere, right? Now, look at the picture outside here, the frame outside. It is very gloomy, lifeless, and desperate, right? How can we do that using our own words? This is what we're going to see now. Let's read together this extract from a story called Cole's Palace. The city inside the great white walls burst with colors and light. Flowers of all kinds decorated the walls like a tapestry. Marble pillars supported cool shaded balconies, and clear crystalline pools filled stone basins. Mist from a nearby water feature speckled Cole's skin, and he sighed. A thick layer of dust covering his body was swept away by a gentle breeze. Above everything towered the monumental palace with its marble turrets, and looking up, Cole saw soft white clouds which seemed to vanish at the boundary wall as though trapped in this little oasis. It was in every way the complete opposite of the oppressive, stifling heat outside the palace walls. Now, what do you think of the atmosphere here? Is it a bright one, a cheerful one, or a gloomy one? And while thinking about this, you have to think how the author managed to make you feel that. The first thing that you should think of is the choice of words. If you look at the choice of words here, you can see color and light, decorated, crystalline pools, water feature, gentle breeze, monumental palace, soft white clouds. Okay, all of these words carry or convey positive meanings. So basically, at the first glance, you can know that you can identify that this is a cheerful atmosphere using the choice of vocabulary of the choice of the vocabulary of the author. The setting is a beautiful and pleasant one, describes typically attractive features of the city. A very grand place, how impressive the objects and buildings are is described. Another way that you have to take care of or you have to follow is using figurative language. Why do we use figurative language? Because it helps the reader to visualize what you really want to describe. So it puts the reader in the atmosphere you want him to be there. Okay, so the figurative language conjures up images and sounds in the reader's mind. Okay, let's here check for the figurative language used. Now the word burst here, the great white walls burst with color and light. It gives you the idea or the feeling that it has lots and lots, it's full of colors and lights. And it gives you the feeling that it is a sudden appearance, the sudden appearance of the colors and the lights and the drawings there. So that's a metaphor, okay, in which the author claims that the city is bursting, exploding, full of, and that's not the real meaning or the literal meaning that we need here. We don't mean the literal meaning. We need the figurative meaning, which is that it's full of colors and drawings, like a tapestry. A tapestry is, the piece of cloth that has drawings and designs, thread woven inside it. This is the tapestry. Okay, so this is a simile because we're using like. This is a simile. Simile compares the setting to something else. Again, why? To help the reader visualize the setting. Okay, so here the author or the writer compares the flowers on the wall to tapestry, suggesting that there are lots of flowers packed tightly together, no spaces in between, very beautiful that they look like they were designed in a pattern or a piece of decoration. Cool, clear, crystalline. That's another technique here, which is alliteration. Using the sound effect here to help him describe describe the setting. Okay, so I have put three words beginning that the author put three words beginning with k close together, so a clean, refreshing k sound in their mind. This is what we call the alliteration, the repetition of the starting sound. Okay, calm, clad, classical, classy, clean, cloudy, colorful, comfy, covered, cozy, crisp. So before writing your sitting description, you can think of words, of alliterative words that you can use in your writing. So far we talked about the choice of words and the figurative language or the figures of speech. Now we have to think of the sensory language that makes the reader feel as if he were there. Okay? Mist from a nearby water features speckled cold skin. You as a reader can feel the wet touch, the wet water or the wet mist on your skin. And he sighed, a thick layer of dust. He can feel the dust covering his body, was swept away by the gentle breeze. Here, the author describes how the mist feels on cold skin. It is important to use the five senses in your description, and you have to describe how the character feels, what the character sees, what the character smells, how does he react. So all of these sensory language features create or makes the reader indulge in the description. Another thing is stating or describing how the character feels. So here he sighed. A thick layer of dust covering his body was swept away by a gentle breeze. I didn't say that he feels comfortable. I didn't say that he feels pleased. I just gave you what he did. He sighed. So the author here describes how Cole reacts to the setting. This helps the reader to feel as though they are experiencing the atmosphere with the character, and it gives them clues about how the character is feeling. And here, like what we always say, use feeling phrases, use sensory language, use reactions to describe the physical reaction, to describe the character's feeling. Now, together, let's discuss or let's wrap up what do I need in the setting description. Number one, the choice of words, which means that you have to choose powerful vocabulary, verbs, adverbs, adjectives. Okay. Number two, using figures of speech, simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, onomatopoeia, alliteration. Number three, you have to describe using sensory language. Number four, you have to use shades of colors. Number five, you have to use feeling phrases. Number six, in the sentence description, we do not include events. Thank you.